Hello guys, and welcome back to another video of this series of Oracle Cloud Fusion. If you are new here, as usual, my name is Yusuf. I'm doing tutorials and step-by-step videos about Oracle Fusion, how to do stuff in Oracle. So if this is your first time seeing my videos, welcome back, and I encourage you to watch my previous videos. Yeah, the purpose of this video, as you can see if you watch my previous video, we created two users. So the first user is a regular employee that is attached to an employee. The other user, it's not attached to an employee. So it's gonna be, as I said, for implementers, consultants, or people like the service management that they're gonna support your application after the implementation team finish your implementation. So in today's video, I'm gonna just show you the difference between both of them, so you know exactly what the difference and when to create the users. So I'm gonna go and show you the two users in the security console. So if you have been watching my videos, you know exactly where to go to the security console. You go to the hamburger menu, you go to tools and security console. From there you go to users. So here, as I explained before, you can search by different parameters: username, email, last name and first name. Since I already know the username, just gonna type in test. So you can type in up to 3 characters. So for example, if I type in 2 characters, it's gonna give me an error. So the minimum has to be 3 characters. So if I do test, it's gonna bring me all the users with TES at the beginning. So I created both at gmail.com. One was test, the other one was with my email, which I received receipt password email in my inbox, and I received the password, and you saw that, guys. So this is the first one, test, which is attached to an employee. Let's go here and show you guys. So this is attached to an employee, worker name, test. It has a person number. It is it's gonna be to every employee in your company. It has a manager, a job, a business unit, and a department, and those are the information that are related to the first name, last name, and the email. And it has the employee role by default, you know. So let's go back. So this is, remember guys, this one is test, the other one is test one. So this one has an employee, but test one, it doesn't have an employee. So if you can see in here, he is active, he has username, first name, last name, and email, but he does not have, he's not attached to an employee. So he has the same role and everything. So I already logged in with test, I think. Let me double check. So no, I already logged in with test one. I'm gonna log in now with test. Let me sign out. So you go to your initials in the top right corner and you hit sign out in here. And I'm gonna log in with test, and I show you guys just a simple example. Test. I will show you guys a simple example on what a user with an employee can do and what a user without an employee cannot do. So this one, it is an employee. So an employee, like for example, if you go to benefit, you are an employee in the company, your username is attached to a recording HCM. If you go, for example, to benefit, you will see here the benefits page where you can enroll for your benefit. For example, 401ks, medical insurance, eye insurance, everything. So you have this option, you can enroll now. Also you have this quick action where you can before you enroll and all kind of stuff. So if we go to test, this one it does not attach to an employee. And if we go to benefit, we're not gonna see that page. You see guys, nothing popping up. So I'm sorry, it does pop up, but if you can see, this is deactivated. And if you have an error message here that says please try again later, if the issue persists, contact your help desk. So this is the difference between them. An employee can enroll in benefits, a non-employee cannot. So that's the first thing I want to show you guys. Let's go back to the main menu and let's go to expenses. For example, I'm just giving you an example. You had a vacation trip. You went, it was not a vacation trip, I'm sorry, a travel trip. And you went spent money from your pocket, hotels, meals, and all kind of stuff, coffees and gas and everything. So you came back, and as an employee, the company has to compensate you for whatever you spent from your pocket, and you have to send an expense report, like to reimburse you for your money. So a non-employee doesn't get the page at all to send a reimbursement expense. So as you can see, let me go back again and go to expenses. So the people that they're working in finance, they will show that. You see, either way, if it doesn't show anything, or it will go back to the main menu. Yeah, so it does not show that. So if I go to a regular user and go to homepage, I will go to expenses, and here you go. So here you have the main page to send expenses, and Oracle, they're really great when it comes to expenses. So they show you a video in here on how to send your expenses. So the video is it's 4 minutes. You can watch it, guys. That is in YouTube. So yeah, they show you exactly how to do your expenses. In here, I'm not gonna create an expense report because I have an issue with this user, and I will fix this issue in another video. So if I try to create this report, it's gonna give me an error, which is you are missing employee setup information for expenses. Please contact your help desk. So this error, I will fix this error in another video. So yeah, guys, this is for example, again, if you go to purchase requisitions, this is an employee. This is an employee. I don't have the requisitioner, so I think I will not see a lot. Let's see what we have in here. Shopping list, smart updates. Yeah, so I cannot manage requisitions, but if you can see in here, I can see the all the suppliers from Amazon, Office Supply, Office Technology, and all that's been set up in your system. So yeah, let's go to the other one. Let me show you the other one, and let's go to purchase requisitions and see if it's gonna give us the same thing. Probably. Yeah, you see this one, he is not an employee in the company, and his login, he's not assigned to an employee, so that's why he is getting an error. So yeah, this is the difference between that's guys. I don't want to like dive in to a lot. I just want to explain to you exactly what the difference between an employee and just a regular user for like implementers, consultants, and the people that they're gonna help you troubleshoot your issues. So yeah, that's it, guys, for this video. If you have any questions, always you can comment and ask me any questions. I will try to answer all your questions. And as I said, in the next video, I will show you guys how to fix that issue, because I got that a lot in my job, and I will show you guys how to fix that issue. So thank you guys for watching, and see you in another video.